Welcome to a little corner of consciousness, where we embark on this journey of consciousness expansion together, one coherent step at a time. On a little corner of consciousness, we explore coherence, expansion, and frequency as we move deeper into our wholeness together. I'm your host, Stephanie Ablett. Welcome to the show. Hello, my lovely listeners. Welcome back to another episode of A Little Corner of Consciousness. I'm your host, Stephanie Ablett, and I'm here with another transmission to help you come back into your deeply rooted and grounded presence. There is so much happening outside of us right now. There's so much happening in the world. There's so much happening in our bodies. There's so much energy that we are being flooded with and inundated with. And it can be so confusing. Even though we have those moments of immaculate clarity where we are riding the waves of higher vibrations and we are feeling so lit up, so on fire, so in purpose, so clear, so full of integrity and wisdom and knowing, and then we wake up the next day and we forget everything. And we fall into the illusion of feeling lost and confused and shaken and ungrounded and unrooted and dysregulated. And I would love to use this podcast as a continual dedication to help you anchor into the rootedness, the groundedness, the wholeness that is already within you. And even though we are going through these massive waves of ups and downs, of activation and expansion and then integration, it can be so dizzying. It can be so dysregulating. It can be so discombobulating. But if we are learning anything through this expansion, we know that there is a greater part of us that can hold it all, that is totally okay no matter what. And we just have to keep honoring that part of us because that is us. That is our actual essence. That is our actual expanded selves. That is our actual existence. I love the visual of the front of the body being the collection of all of the stories, of all of the complicated memories and experiences that we've had that created traumas in our bodies, that created fragmented parts of us or fractured images of ourselves or trapped energies, however you want to identify with the parts of you that are collected in your body. It's as if we're holding all of it, all of these stories, all of these memories, all of this energy. It's as if we're holding it at the front of our bodies. Whenever we feel into complicated memories, this is how I've experienced it. Whenever we feel into complicated memories, we can feel it at the front of our bodies. We can feel it tightening in our stomach. We can feel it in our sacral. We can feel it in our legs. We can feel it in our arms. We can feel it in our throat. We can feel it in our chest. It's always at the front of the body. And so the front of the body, it's as if it has this layer of all of the dense energies that we've collected over time. And as we begin to release that, as we begin to surrender and heal and uncover all of these stories, all these layers, we begin to see a clearer picture of what's actually within us. And if we allow ourselves to sit in meditation and really dive deep within ourselves, then we get a clearer picture of what is actually within us. Because the deeper that you go within yourself, the more that you find the deeply anchored rootedness of your whole self within you. So at the front of your body, you have all of this stuff that you've collected throughout your life that you're holding in different parts of your body or holding just in front of different parts of your body. Then within you is this anchored, rooted self, the seed of life, your soul frequency. These terms that I use a lot. That's at the core of you, in the middle of your body. And then behind you, you never really think about what's behind you, right? We can look in the mirror and see, the back of us or whatever, but when you're actually visually seeing your world, you never see the back of you. So it's as if the back of you doesn't really exist. And what I often find, now that I have done a decade or more of deep meditation, of coming into the knowing of what God is to me, of the divine, of the all of source, I feel myself woven into a field from behind me. It's as if there is the field that we are, the matrix that is this whole realm is from the back of us. Just give yourself a second to visualize what that looks like, what that feels like. Because there are very, very powerful experiences that come with questioning those parts of us. Questioning whether that is actually how we are woven into this field and this reality. The front of us collects all of this density as we're not able to remember that the truth of us is this whole embodied, beautiful, powerful expression of the divine. And so our core, our heart builds a protection, and our light is forced deeper and deeper into our bodies as more and more of this complex emotional trauma becomes mutated and collected in our bodies. And the more that we do the work to release all of that, to surrender all of that, to let go of the stories, to let go of the past, to honor and heal and unite the parts of us that have been exposed to things we couldn't deal with at that moment in time. The more we come together and unify, the greater our connection to the core of us, the brighter our light gets, the more our heart expands, and the more that we know God, the more that we are able to anchor deeply within ourselves, expand our light, expand our energy, expand our capacity, expand our magnetism, and honor ourselves as already whole, already woven into the field of the all, into God as a fractal of God in the all that is. And that is the back of us woven into the field, walking as the field through this dimension, through this reality, through multiple dimensions. And as you begin to get curious about the validity of this, As you begin to honor the rooted, anchored wholeness that is within you, that is your light, that is your core, that is your seed of life, that is your soul frequency, the more stable, the more rooted, the more anchored, the more powerful you feel. You are, you exist as, where you are just being fully in presence, where you are able to truthfully honor who you are, your most authentic self, and just exist in that fullness in your whole body. And when you know that you are woven into the field of God, into the field of the all, when you know that you are walking as the field of the all, you don't question things as much. You don't question where you are. You don't become dysregulated and uprooted by what is happening in your life or what is happening in the external. You meet your life where you are. You meet your life with presence. You meet yourself in full presence. And you walk through your life as your embodied, present self. So you may be feeling like you are being pushed off a ledge, free falling through unknown times, completely in the unknown of what is happening right now, of all of these energies, of what's happening in the world, of what's happening in your life, of what might be collapsing, what might be building. You know, there's so many unknowns right now as we are shifting in consciousness, as we are shifting our reality. But if you know your anchored, rooted, stable self within the very core of you, woven into the field of the all, then everything is, as it should be. You're not questioning what's happening. You're watching it unfold as you honor what it is present within yourself. And that is peace within. That is anchored presence. That is knowing that you are something far greater than anything outside of you. And no matter what happens, you're okay. You're safe. You're stable. You're anchored. You're coherent. You're capable. And I really just wanted to share that visual, to help you to question how you are seeing yourself on multiple levels, how you are engaging with your body, how you are holding yourself in your body, how you are loving your body. All is well, my love. Even though it feels like everything is a dumpster fire. Everything feels totally, totally crazy. You are actually okay. You are actually so, so, so powerful. You are actually A-okay. You are actually confident and capable and powerful and grounded and rooted, present, full of potential. You got this. If you need more support, check out my website. I've got lots of activations, programs, courses that help you to anchor deeper into your expanded consciousness, to invite in more of these states of being, to anchor deeper into that core of yourself, your soul frequency, your seat of life, your divine fractal. To see that life is just this beautiful experience. And even though we are in the midst of consciousness expansion, it still gets to be a phenomenal lived experience. And feel free to connect, to send me a message, to send me an email. I'm here. We're going through this together. There are a lot more of us than we think. And we can come together and anchor ourselves in the greatness that we already are. All right. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening to this message. I'll see you in the next episode. Hello, lovely listeners. Thank you so much for giving your time and energy to this episode of A Little Corner of Consciousness. Now that you have received this transmission, give yourself time to ground it in. Allow it to land in your body and to move through your body. Let the energy move through your centers to your root and down into the earth. Bring it all the way down into the center of the earth and let the transmission become grounded, rooted, and embodied. And if you enjoyed this episode, please share. Please leave a review. Please download, follow the show. Help me to reach more individuals. And if you'd like to learn more about my work, visit stephanieablett.com. I'm sending you so much love. Until next time.